So let's see this problem. In this problem it says Luis has 3,485 games in his computer. So Luis has 3,485 games. Arnold has 2,641 games in his computer. So Arnold has 2,641 games. Okay, and the question says, how many fewer games does Arnold have than Luis? Again, remember, when they ask me how many fewer, it's the same thing when they ask me how many more or how many less. Or when we were comparing Lucero and Jose, we said that Luis, one was greater, or Lucero was taller than Luis, or Luis was shorter. All those words are asking me to find what's different between two things or two people. And when they ask me, and when I say how things are different, they're asking me in math for a subtraction. Okay? So whether it's how many more, how many less, how much bigger, how much smaller, or shorter, or taller, or younger, or older, all those are to compare. And when you compare, you say how things are different. And the difference is the answer to a subtraction. Yes? She was taller than Luis. Okay? So if I want to know how many fewer, is the same thing. So I need to know how much or how many fewer. That's what I need to know. Now, when they ask me to compare, I'm going to use another word that's going to help me. The word then. That is the one that is going to help me figure out what are the things that I am comparing, or in this case, the people. For that, I'm going to do a T-chart. This T-chart is the one that is going to help me figure out what are the two things that I'm comparing. So my comparing word is then. So on one side I have Arnold, and I want to compare Arnold with Luis. So I need Arnold and Luis. I'm going to compare those two. Since they're asking me how many fewer, and I said that how many fewer is like they're asking me for the difference, I need to subtract those two numbers. Yes, ma'am. Excuse me, what?
Why do you put then in the middle?
Because that is the one that is telling you what are the two people in this case that I'm comparing. Arnold, then Luis. I'm comparing how many fewer does Arnold have than Luis. Okay? So on one side I have Arnold with 2,641 games, and on the other side I have Luis with 3,485 games. So now that I did my T-chart, now to figure out how many fewer, I need to subtract Arnold minus whatever Luis had. So to figure that out, I need Arnold 2,641 minus, oh no, we can't do that. We have to start with Luis. Let's say 3,485 minus 2,641. There it is. Yes, sir. Because they're asking you how many fewer, and we already said that how many fewer is to see the difference, like just like in this example or like in this example. When they're asking me in this case how many more, I know that I have more here than in this one. The thing is how much more or how many more are in the tablets than in the phones. To see how many more, I'm going to find the difference. And the difference is the answer to a subtraction. This case is exactly the same thing. It's how many fewer. And when they ask me how many fewer, I also need to figure out what's the difference between these two, because I noticed that Arnold has less than Luis. Okay? And when I see what difference do they have in math, that's when I find the difference is the answer to a subtraction. Okay? So 5 minus 1, 4. 8 minus 4, 4. 4 minus 6. I need to regroup. This becomes 2. This is 14. 14 minus 6 is 8. And 2 minus 2, 0. Okay. So, how many fewer games does Arnold have? Arnold
has 844.
has 844.